Hello, all KYC members, and welcome to this week's weekly wrap. This is for Thursday the 29th, if you're watching this on the day it's released. Starting off this weekly wrap, unfortunately with a bloody apology because I made a massive error in the last video. I didn't mention the Oyster Cove Marina in the list of people that I needed to thank for all of the amazing contributions that made the pipe opener as an amazing event as it was. And just a massive error. Like, we gave him a great shout out on the night, but didn't make the video. I just didn't write it down in the notes. So all I can do is apologise and give them a shout out now, because they are effectively the biggest supporter of the club that we have. Without their generosity and support, we'd have to put the clubhouse on some floats and float around, which mightn't be a bad thing. But all of the work that they do, Big John, Inside John, as we affectionately call him, clearing all of the people out of the attenuator so the boats have got somewhere to park and out of the visitors' berths. The work that Emma does, organising, taking all of the calls and what have you for people inquiring for berths and so forth. All of the stuff that Steve Reed and the crew do, moving things around, and just the crew from the Oyster Cove Marina are massive supporters of the yacht club, and I feel awful that I didn't mention it when I was thanking everybody else, and I can't believe I did that. But anyway, hopefully I'm making amends for it in this video. So my apologies and our deepest appreciation for your support, John, Emma, Phil, Steve, the whole Oyster Cove Marina crew, just fantastic supporters of the club. So next thing is the Twilight. The Twilight season is starting this coming Wednesday, the 5th, and there's a couple of things that I need your help with, please. One of them is to help out Gus, because inevitably people go, oh, crap, I haven't paid my membership. If you haven't paid your membership, basically you can't race because you're not insured. So you need to have you need to be a financial member to make sure, even just crewing on a boat, you need to be a financial member of a club for insurance purposes. And inevitably people leave it to the last minute and go, oh, damn, I haven't done it, and I'm sailing tonight. It puts a tremendous amount of pressure on Gus. I'd really appreciate it if you wouldn't put that amount of pressure on Gus and jump on the website and register or renew your membership, so you're all good to go for Wednesday night. And I'll put Gus's email in the email that the link to this video came to you on. So if you have any trouble at all, and because it's technology, that stuff happens, please just reach out to Gus and he will help you sort it out. But that needs to be done. Thank you very much. Also, in relation to the first Twilight, generally we have got a big whiteboard, and each boat that races needs to provide at least one time some crew to help Greg on the committee boat run a Twilight race, and also a couple of people on the barbecue for after the Twilight race. Currently, no one has put their hand up to volunteer for either of those areas. So please, 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 if you can, let me know and I'll put your information to the right people. If you can do one or either of those tasks, if you're available and can help Greg to run the race, that would be really appreciated, because race officer is a tough gig. Like, there are so many things that you've got to do, and you need an extra pair of hands and an extra pair of eyes to see boats crossing the line and all of that sort of stuff, picking up marks, dropping off marks. There's just so much to do, and all of the countdown and all of that. And so it's really important that we have somebody helping Greg out every Wednesday. So please, when you turn up on Wednesday, put your boat's name down for whichever date, whichever Twilight you guys would like to help with the committee boat and or the barbecue. But as I said, we haven't got anybody for this Wednesday the 5th. Please let me know if you can help out on the committee boat or the barbecue. Either would be most helpful. Thank you very much. Rules night. We had a rules night last night down at the Yacht Club. And I need to thank David Graney for running that rules night. In fact, I need to thank David twice because he came down on Tuesday night as well because he thought that was the night. So he did a reconnoitre to make sure he knew where everything was, rang me and said, how come the place is all dark? And I said, wrong night. So he turned up on Wednesday, did a fantastic job of explaining the rules all the way from the start to the top mark, to the wing mark, bottom mark, finishing, and everything that happens in between. Super important that we learn this stuff to be able to race in a safe manner. Took a bit of a video. As you can see, the place was packed to the rafters. A few nodding heads there. There's Doug. He's agreeing with what's being said. And then there's a few people up the back in the bleachers. That's Statler and Waldorf up there in the back observing what was going on. And then behind the bar, we had Gus and his young fella having a party behind the bar. So they had a great time. Thanks very much, Gus, for running the bar for the rules night. Really appreciate that. So it was a really great night. And thanks to all of those people that came out to participate in the rules night and wrap their heads around some quite challenging scenarios, but it's something we've got to do to be able to remain safe and have good fun while we're out in the water or on the water. AFL Day last Saturday was a fantastic day. Had a bunch of people show up. We had the barbecue going, the bar opening, and it really was a terrific day, apart from the football and apart from the weather. But the weather didn't matter inside the clubhouse. But thanks for everyone showing up and having a fun afternoon watching a very one-sided game of football. Just want to specifically thank Julie for running the bar. She did a great job all day running the bar, and a couple of volunteers, Alex and Callum McCaskill, non-members, but they came across and did a fantastic job on the barbecue, making burgers and halloumi burgers and sausages and all of that sort of stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Now, just to wrap up, like to welcome some new members. Firstly, Mr. Stephen McConaughey. You saw him on the video sitting up in the back there. He was the one I referred to as either Waldorf or Statler. And it's great to have him as a member of the club. We've also got Alana Story. They've got an Elliott 7. It's in the car park in front of the club called Sheep Station. So we won't be racing for sheep stations, but we will be racing against sheep stations. And her partner, Dimitri, also will be sailing that. We've also got a Timothy Warren. So welcome to the club. Timothy, please, when you're down there, come and say good day and introduce yourself. Bobby Lee Barnes also, they have a boat called Eclipse of Hobart. Michael Rowland, also a new member. Jennifer Birch, welcome to the club. George Maguire. I think I might have welcomed George in a previous video. The name sounds very, very familiar, but we'll welcome you again. You can be welcomed twice. Why not? And David Bradley also welcome to the club. So fantastic to have you in the club. Please wander up at a twilight or whenever you're down at the club and introduce yourself. Looking forward to meeting you. So that is it for this week's Commodores Weekly Wrap. If you got any questions, you can ask them. Just reply in the email. If you got any suggestions as to how we could do things a bit better and improve your experience, keep those suggestions coming through to the email as well. Look forward to the season starting. Hopefully we'll get some good weather for the first twilight. And just remember, if you can volunteer for either helping out in the committee boat or doing the barbecue this Wednesday, please reach out to me ASAP so we can make sure it's all organised. And if you haven't renewed your membership yet, please jump in and take the pressure off Gus so it's not a big rush on the day of the twilight. So thank you very much. Talk to you again next week. Bye for now.